Hello everyone. Today's going to be my third favorite college football team. Sorry for all the delay the last couple weeks, not putting a video out. Life's been busy, been in the way, so finally I can do a video, finally. Sorry for the wait on my third favorite college football team. We did TCU and Ole Miss. My third favorite college football team is the North Carolina Tar Heels. They're a power blue team like Ole Miss. This is a team I've liked since the early 2000s. I saw one game, and it was against Miami. We didn't have ESPN, so this is not ESPN, and we were at a hotel watching this game. We watched Miami versus North Carolina, and North Carolina was underdogs. They were disrespected, they were our basketball school, but they were disrespected and used, and they were playing at Miami, and Miami was ranked, and Miami, this was the year before their downfall. This was a big game, and Darren Durant was the quarterback. They played them. And yeah, they took it personal, and they whooped Miami. I believe final score was 59-10, and they just completely ruined Miami. And Miami never became the same until maybe hopefully now they're getting better now finally. But North Carolina took it personal, becoming a basketball school, being disrespected by not just by ESPN, by Miami, by Miami students, and by everything else college football related. And they whooped them. Darren Durant went off on them, and I became a fan ever since. I took off one time off them for they had a really bad 5 years, and they never got back to it. They had TJ Yates. I like TJ Yates a lot. That was a really fun quarterback to watch. They had Mitch Trubisky. Before he got to the NFL, Mitch Trubisky was there, and I like Mitch Trubisky. I do. In North Carolina. I didn't like him in NFL. I like North Carolina. Then Mack Brown was the coach one time, and we were watching this game. I was on college football on CBS, and Mack Brown was a former Texas coach, left. He became a broadcaster and also an analyst for ESPN and ABC, and I really like Mack Brown. But he left, and he went back to coaching. But he coached for North Carolina. And he said, we're going to turn this basketball school into a powerhouse. I still believe him. He can. He did for Texas. I still believe he can do it. And he said, yeah, disrespected. They had a really bad back-to-back 2-10 season. They fired Larry Fedora, who was a good coach, but they moved on from Larry Fedora. They had 2-10 seasons back-to-back. They moved on. They went on with Mack Brown. Mack Brown said, we're going to turn this program completely around. It didn't start off well for them that first year. But then they played Clemson, and it was a big game. It was at Clemson, at Death Valley, they call it. And they played them, and they nearly beat them. The final score was 21-20, and they went for two. Didn't get the two-point conversion, but I love their style. Their defense played hard. Their offense played hard. It's the first time I saw Sam Howell. It's the first time I saw other things around them. And they were not a powerhouse team yet. They were getting there, but this was their first time, and I said, this team is fun. And they became 8-4. They put up 66 points. I don't remember who to play against, but they put 66 points in a bowl game their first year. And I said, this team is fun. This is a fun team. The only problem is they have never beaten a team that can go 50 points on them. That's the only problem. If you go 50 points on Carolina, you can beat them because their defense was atrocious. They were atrocious defense. They gave up 50 points a game on defense, and they had to score 60 sometimes to win, or more than 50 to win. And they played App State 2 straight years one time, and App State, they had to put up 60 points twice in a row to beat App State. And they did. But it wasn't pretty, but they did. And yeah, defense was horrible. So we got a new defense coordinator, and we got offensive coordinator for a second year. And we got some more transfers coming in. We got Max Johnson transfer from Texas A&M. And hopefully this year is our year. And I like this team very much. And the team is respected a lot. I like seeing schools that are treated terribly, and somehow they have one game where they're like, someone recognized them. TCU, for instance. When was TCU recognized? When they beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma was the top 5 one time. And there was ABC game. It was at Norman, Oklahoma, I believe. No, it was at Fort Worth, at home. And Oklahoma, they were 20 point, and on the betting odds. And TCU beat them physically. and that became when I became a TCU fan. Ole Miss had a few years, had one great year where they beat Alabama, and Alabama was like the top dog. And same thing, they played physical like Alabama, but they scored where they need to score, and they also played so well in defense. And then of course you have everything around Alabama. Alabama was still a powerhouse. I think still a powerhouse, but Ole Miss showed up. North Carolina, yeah, beat Miami, but nearly beat Clemson, and almost showed that anybody can beat a powerhouse team like Clemson. Anybody could beat them, and that's true. Anybody could beat them really, and North Carolina showed it, and they still can do it, but the defense had issues. But overall, this year it's a different year. I believe this year is going to be great for us. Hope we do well. And I became a North Carolina fan ever since not just football. Lacrosse, I like lacrosse very much, and basketball, and I like watching them play. They're just fun to watch. I like the color scheme. I like the way they look. I like their history, the Tar Heels, and I really think this team could be special to watch. Very similar, like TCU, for instance. And TCU made the championship. Yeah, they got destroyed by the best team in college football, Georgia, but they made that year. They got that year that nobody really respected them. And I think the same thing we're seeing with Ole Miss, which Ole Miss I think will turn things around and become a really good team in the SEC. And same with North Carolina. North Carolina, just a team I think that people don't really look up on and accept those two games. Those two games, the only people will look up on. The Miami blowout and the Clemson win. But this team's fun to watch, and I love watching this team. They like scoring high, they like scoring a lot of points, like having an efficient quarterback, a quarterback that can throw 50 times sometimes. Not air raid team. They were in an air raid for a couple of years with Phil Longo as off the OC. But they weren't quite an air raid team. They were more like a spread. We're going to spread you around and throw it short, but we're also going to throw it deep. And that's what they were. And they also are a running attack team that love to run football. Very similar to Baylor. Very Vern shoot offense or run shoot, but with more runs. But this is a fun team to watch, and I love watching them play. And they had good years and bad years, yes, but they're just a fun team to watch. And I think this team doesn't get a lot of respect, and I think this team deserves a respect. But they're not going to get it because they're a basketball school. That's what they're going to be called. But that's fine. Duke got better. Kentucky got better. Kansas got better. Kansas is getting a lot better. A lot of teams like that. Are doing it. James Madison. Who thought James Madison will get better? James Madison was a basketball school for years, and in football for the last 4 or 5 years, they are just a fun team to watch. And I like watching those kind of teams that they're disrespected. Basketball school, preppy school, whatever you might say, whatever you say about them, but they're a fun team to watch, and you can root for them and they become underdogs. I like rooting for underdogs. TCU underdog, Ole Miss underdog, and North Carolina a definite underdog, and they're just a fun team to watch. And I love watching them. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed this review video, guys, for my free favorite college football teams. I do have a special announcement. We will be going back to reviews on mangas, TV, movies, comic book, whatever. We also be doing. We also going back to the One Piece live action. If you have not seen my reviews of One Piece live action, it's on my channel. You can look them up. I got the first 2 episodes out there. First three episodes out there, and. First two episodes. No, first three episodes. And I haven't got episode 4 yet. Episode 4, been a busy last few weeks and month, but I'll be getting episode 4 out in the future. And yeah, it'll be great to watch. I'll be finishing all episodes, hopefully. I'll be doing football content also, football recaps on my favorite teams, college, NFL. So yeah, and many others. I also have a fitness channel called Wild Brian. It's on my one of my other second YouTube channel. My fitness YouTube channel, workouts on my favorite program I've had in the past. I've loved doing. I love doing them. They're fun to watch, easy to do, but they're very simple. And I'll be doing videos out there in the future as well. So yeah, this year's gonna be good. Hope I have a lot better year. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment for future suggestions. Who's your favorite college football team? Who's your favorite football team? Why do you love college football? Do you love college football? And do you have future suggestions on anything manga related or anything TV show, anything movies or whatever, or anything like that? or comment anything you want to do. Comment on, hey, glad to see you back, or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, guys, hope y'all have a wonderful, safe day. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.